So, Projekt Red, an amazing operator in Arknights who I love to use all the time, and so let me go over her pros and cons and why you should give Projekt Red a try next time you play Arknights. Let's go! So firstly, while there are many things to discuss about this crazy operator, let me give you guys a quick overview. So Projekt Red is a 5-star specialist operator that plays somewhat like an assassin character, which has always been my go-to class in MMOs, which makes playing her a lot of fun. So being a somewhat assassin character, she loves to spawn in quickly, taking out priority targets and then retreating back, ready to go back in the fight if needed, especially with her low redeployment costs and time. And so what makes her a great assassin-like character? Well, first we have her talent. So her talent Chill will have her always deal at least 30% of her attack damage with each attack at E2, which is really good. So this pretty much means that even against the toughest of foes with the highest defense, she will still be able to chip them down, getting them low enough so hopefully your main damage dealers can finish them off, or even if the enemy is squishy enough to just completely assassinate them. Now this is especially nice against some AoE caster enemies or enemies that can attack your medics and casters and such, as they can absolutely crush your backline. Now this is also really nice as it ties into her first skill. Her first skill states that after deployment, Projekt Red will gain a 65% attack increase and a 40% increase in physical and art dodge for 10 seconds at level 7. Now this is really good. As I mentioned before, she is to be played as an assassin going in and out of the battlefield, meaning you will be able to trigger this skill a few times, and it is really good. So not only will this dodge help her not to die, but the increase in attack will help her chip down the enemy's health even more because of her previously mentioned talent. Now this is the main skill you'll want to use in 1v1 situations, as it will help her out a ton, and it's the one I like to use when I need to take out certain enemies. Now her second skill states that after deployment, immediately deal 200% of attack damage to all nearby enemies and stun them for 2 seconds at level 7. And so this is really interesting, as it will sort of change her playstyle, going from a 1v1 assassin to a sort of bomb nuker, as she spawns in dealing a ton of damage, stunning the enemies. Now the first best use of the skill, and the time you'll probably use it the most, is against stages that have really fast mobs that your own defenders may not be able to kill quick enough, may pass through, and so having Projekt Red on standby, ready to help them out by not only killing them with the blast but stunning them long enough for the defenders or DPS characters to kill them. Now this has saved me a ton of times and acts as a sort of get out of jail free card if you mess up your operator placement or underestimate the amount of damage the enemy can output. She can come in and buy you the ever so needed time. Now as for the masteries for her first skill, each level will offer a 5% increase in attack damage, but only her M3 will give an increase in dodge chance by increasing it by 10%. And so if you are thinking of going for a first skill for a mastery, then definitely go all the way, because this increase in dodge chance is really good. Now her second skill mastery will increase both her attack and stun duration all the way through, meaning each level is very nice. Now other things of note about Projekt Red is firstly her potentials, which are pretty important, especially her first, third and last, as they help reduce not only her redeployment costs but cooldown as well, which as we've discussed is her primary use, and so this is really good to get. Another thing is her module, which sadly isn't great. It will offer a 10% increase in attack when no allied units are within 4 adjacent units to her, which, while it is easy to trigger, it's so insignificant that it won't make or break Projekt Red, and so I'd only recommend getting this if you really like her. But now that is Projekt Red, one of my favorite operators to run, with great positives like amazing 1v1 potential, a crazy AoE stun nuke, as well as having decent damage against even the toughest of mobs. As for her negatives go, one that I would have to say is, even though I love to use her in most of my teams, she is still a very situational operator, only really shining in certain stages where her skills can be used to her utmost potential. She's also a very squishy character, as well. She does gain dodge chance with her skill 1. If she doesn't dodge any attacks, she can pretty much get 1 or 2 shotted. And finally Phantom, who's a 6-star operator, is pretty much a direct upgrade from Projekt Red, doing what she can do but better for the most part, although Projekt Red's stun is a bit more reliable. But now that is Projekt Red, one of my personal favorite operators, and one I do highly recommend using if you are looking for a new operator to use in your teams. And so I hope you enjoyed this video about Projekt Red, and if you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.